we have done the authentic assessment last week.
Sorry to interrupt, just want to collect cable.
Yeah, no problem. So we will do the authentic task today. So today's topic is about probability in mathematics. So would you please tell me, what do you know about probability?
Is it like
What
the
types?
likelihood or the...
What are some real-life applications of probabilities? Is that useful at all in our real life? Can you think of some examples where you can use probability to solve some problems or anything?
Decision making, is that it? I don't know.
Yeah, very good.
I think it's when there's like two options in there, or
Sorry?
like when there's two options, or
Yeah, two options. Yeah, so you have to like weigh and which one is better, you mean like that? Yeah, very good. So, like the gambling, although it's not very good to talk about in class, but that is used a lot, and in some games, yes. So today we will be doing some little experiments. And the first one is a cone experiment. So each pair will have one cone. And would you please flip it for like 5 times? And one people can flip it and another can record all the results, like heads or tails every time. Okay? Five times. And
heads. Tails. Heads.
You suck at this.
Tails.
Seriously.
so have you done that?
Yeah.
So would you please tell me that how many times are tails and how many times are
One tail.
No,
only
two
one
tails.
tails?
2, sorry.
No, we had heads, tails. Tail.
Okay. The
Head,
next
head, tails, head, tails. H, H, T, H, T. T, H, T. T, H.
Heads, tails, tails.
Okay, so if we say that there are 10 results and how many heads are there is 6 in total, right?
Yeah.
So the tails will be 4.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So if you guys did these experiments for like 10 times and or is 100 times or 1,000 times, so what result would you anticipate? 50, around about 50 to 50. Very good. And so would you please explain to me why? Why do you think is 1 to 1?
Because there's 2 options.
Only 2 options, and that's all?
Is it random? Like there's not one doesn't have an advantage over the other?
Yeah, because
They're equal.
one cone only has one set of heads and one set of tails, right? It's not like there are 2 heads and 1 tails on one cone, so the chance of each showing up is equal, right? So, but in a more complicated situation, let's move on to the next experiment. And there is a box, and inside of it, there are 3 red balls. Okay? and there are 2 blue balls, and there are 1 green ball. Okay, so if I take only 1 ball out of this box, so what is the chance of this ball being red?
More likely than it being blue or green.
Yeah?
Three and
That's
6.
true.
3 and 6.
Yes, so it's 3 red balls and 6 balls in total red. So if,
So there's a 50% chance, is that right?
yeah, very good. So because there are 3 red balls out of 6 balls. So if we simplify this, that would be 1/2, right?
Yeah.
So how about the chance of it being a blue ball?
2 and
2
6.
and 6.
Yeah, very good. So it's 2 blue balls
1/3.
out of 6
1/3.
total. Yes, so that's 1/3. Very good. So what's the chance of it being a green ball?
1 and 6.
1 in 6. Okay. So that's only 1 green ball out of 6 balls. So that's 1/6. So if we add them up, you could say the probability would be 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/6. So what's the
3
sum
out
of
of
it?
11.
3 out of 11?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Maybe you can just add up this. 3/6 add 2/6 add 1/6. That maybe would be
3
easier.
3 over 10.
I don't
Sorry?
think it's
Oh, that's
adding
2.
up.
Yeah, that's 2. Sorry, that's 2. That's 6. That's 1. So
9. 9.
okay, maybe we can.
Do you want us to add them up or
Yeah, add them up.
add what? 1/2, 1/3, 1/6?
Yeah,
So
3
3
over 11.
over 11, which works out to
11.
3 out of 11. 3 over 11.
Okay, maybe 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/6, right?
Yeah.
So, but if we didn't simplify these 2, that would be 3/6, right? 1/2 equals 3/6, right? That's here because we simplify it.
Oh, okay. 3.
Yeah. So then plus 1/3 because we simplified 2/6.
6 over 6, is that the answer?
Yeah. So we could say that's 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6. So the probability would be 1.
1.
So add up to 1. So because there are 3 red balls, 2 blue balls, and 1 green ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you don't add the simplified ones, you just add the originals. Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, that would be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the chance would be 1 because no matter which one you take out, it must be either red or blue or green. Does
Yeah.
that make
So
sense?
you've got 1 chance of getting a ball.
Yeah, you get a ball and it must be these 3 colors.
There's
That's
1
a-
chance that you, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
with
a
you.
chance of it being red and there's a chance of it being blue and the chance of it being green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this, we will do a little bit more difficult question. Like if I take one ball out of the box and I do not take it back, and then I take another ball out of the box. So it basically means that if I take one red ball out,
5 out of 5.
yeah, and there will be only 5 balls left. And then I take another ball out. So what would be the chance of the first ball being red and the second ball being blue?
With 6 in there.
six balls at first, but after I take one ball out, there will be 5 balls left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I take another ball out of the 5 balls left. So what's the chance of the first ball being red and the second ball being blue? Maybe you
A
can
third.
a third?
No. Other third.
But the first ball
depends
being
which
right,
colour you
so
take.
then you red, then you take that out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, you
yeah,
How many balls are in there? 4 or 5?
So 2 out of 5,
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
because you've taken out a red ball, so there's only 5 in there.
And there's 2 red
There's
balls.
2 blue. So you got a 2 out of 5 chance of getting a blue.
And
Yeah.
2 out of 5 is getting red.
So you mean that when I take one red ball out, then
Yeah.
there will be 5 balls left, and then there are 2 blue balls left.
Yeah.
So, but what would be the chance of I taking the red ball in the first place? Maybe the ball that I took off is green.
3 and 5.
Oh, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of getting the green ball on the first go.
Yeah. And how about the red?
3 and 6.
A half.
A half. So we cannot let that out because we have to consider about the first time, the chance of the first time I took a red ball out. So you have to calculate the first time I took a red ball out, the chance of it. You cannot only think about the second time. Because there is a very good chance, maybe not very good chance, 1 to 1, that the ball that I took out is not red. Maybe it's blue, maybe it's green. So let's take it step by step. So let's say the first time I only take one ball out, the chance of it being red is 1/2. No problem here, right? So when the one red ball is out, there are only 5 balls left, right? So there still are 2 blue balls. So the chance of the next ball that I take out is blue is 2 over
5.
5,
Didn't make sense.
right? So what we should do, we should times these 2 numbers together. Yeah, so the result would be 1/2 times 2 over 5, which is 2 over 10. And if we want to simplify it, it would be 1 over 5.
For what colour is that?
Blue and red.
For the first ball is red, and the second ball is blue.
There's a 1 in 5 chance
At the start.
of you picking that out first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So any problems about this?
No.
No. And if this was in a real classroom situation, I probably would be asking students to think more about like, what if I take 2 balls at the same time, and what's the chance of one being red and one being blue? And can you identify the difference of these 2 questions? Is there any difference that you can see? Like if I ask them to work out the chance of the the 2 balls, because I took 2 balls out of the box at one time, and one being red and one being blue. Is there any difference from the questions? You cannot see the difference? Any ideas?
So we can see here for the first time, this one had red. But the second question, we just took 2 balls at the same time from a box. So maybe the second time it can be red and first time it can be blue.
the second question, the order doesn't matter. Because I can take a blue ball first and then take the red ball second. But in the second question, it doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. Yeah. So that's basically the two experiments about the probability in like year 10 mathematics class. Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it.